Doom da 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 doom doom da da doom da 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 doom doom da da da. Hey, what is up, everybody? OG Carnage coming at you here with a quick Slayer guide. Now, today my task is Greater Demons, and I'm going to take you through a few setups that you can use to kill these Greater Demons. The first setup is to use your best in slot gear that you have and have a Guthin switch. Uh, when you get there, you fight them with your normal gear. Once you're low on health, you switch real quick to your Guthins, heal up, and then switch back to your normal gear and continue fighting them. In your inventory, you want to go ahead and take a super set. You don't really need the super defense because you're going to have your Guthins to heal up anyways. Take a few pieces of food because sometimes Guthins doesn't want to work the way it's supposed to and you won't heal. So you always want to have some food to eat up and heal because you don't want to die. Also, you want to have some teleport tabs. The next gear setup is to take your best in slot prayer armor. If you don't have access to the proselyte armor yet, you can always just substitute this for monk robes. They're not that bad compared to these, but if you have these, go ahead and use them. So what you want to do is you want to have your super set, obviously, and about 8 to 10 prayer potions depending on your prayer points. Mine's a 70, so I only take 8, and I usually can last through the whole way there. But if you need more, then go ahead and bring more. Next is the ranging guide. If you don't really have the combat levels to face your enemies head on, shame on you. Nah, I'm kidding. But honestly, I don't really range that much, so my range gear isn't the greatest. But still, I thought I'd show you guys. You can take a cannon if you want, and there is an area in the Chasm of Fire I think would probably be the best. This method will also get it done quicker because you're not really mailing them, but you set up your cannon, you set it up with some cannonballs, and there's a little sleeve that I'll show you later on in the video once I get to that point where you can hide or safe spot them, and then your cannon will go ahead and just shoot every single thing there, even though it's a not a multi-combat zone. But for this, you just want to take your best in slot range gear. I have a Ring of Wealth because I don't own an Archer's Ring. That'll come later down the line. I use a Rune Crossbow with Broad Bolts because honestly, they're really good. So I would just use that. But if you don't have the Slayer level to even get to Broad Bolts yet, then just use your cheapest, probably I would say, bolts that you can afford, and grab a few of those and substitute them. Now, last but not least, guys, if you can't afford any of the previous armor from the last gear setups, or maybe stat-wise you're not there yet, you can always just grab your best in gear or in slot gear that you have, super attack, super strength, some teleport tabs out, and a full inventory of food. And once you run out of food, bank and go back at it again. Like I said, we're here at the Chasm of Fire. What you want to do is you have your cannon set up here. You want to run somewhere around here. You want to set up your cannon base around here while tanking a few hits from these greater demons. You put on your cannon, you fire your cannon, and you want to run over here away from the demons where they can't hit you, and then you can range them, safe spot them from here. Now, because he's not attacking you, the game doesn't register that you're actually fighting somebody, so your cannon will shoot everything with its sight, thus making your Slayer task 100 times easier. I thought I'd show you guys a couple areas that I like to go and get this task done. The first area that I actually exclusively go to is the Catacombs of Corinth. Now, the Catacombs of Corinth can be accessed in a couple different ways. First and probably easiest way to get there is by teleporting to Draenor Village or Falador, running down to Port Sarim, which is right here. So you can use a glory, go to Draenor Village, run west, and then south all the way to the last dock over here, or you can teleport to Falador, whatever you have. Once you get here, you're gonna find a hooded figure called Veos. Just skip through everything, and you can tell him to take you to the area. You get there, you ask him to take you to Corinth. skip through some more dialogue, and then you sail over there. I'm going to show you with the guide real quick. I'm sorry, with the world map. Once I step off here, you know, once you're here, you run west and then south to this area here, and then you can investigate the monument, which I'll show you real quick here in a second. So that's the long way. That's the no requirement way, and it'll get you here. You don't have to deal with none of that. The other way, the quickest way, the way that I suggest, and you should get everything done just to get here, is to have 69 magic, have gone to the Arceus house library, which it's located right here. So once you get here, if you want to go ahead and do it, you know, you run up here. There's 3 NPCs. I'm not going to go through the whole thing actually, because this is just a Slayer guide. There's guides on how to do this, but I'm going to quick overview, very simplified, is you're going to collect some books. You might find a book called Teleportation Incarnation or something like that. You read that book, and now that you have 69 magic, you'll be able to teleport here real quick. So I have the magic, but I went ahead and set up my house and set up a portal for this area, which I use all the time. It's just a lot easier because I got my prayer, I got glory, and I'm working on some more portals. So anyways, if you run or teleport, like I told you, if you use the boat way, you are right here. You want to run west and south, and you'll be right here at this monument. You want to right click on the monument. You want to investigate the monument. You get a quick cutscene of you bowing down to the masters. No, you're just trying to get underground. Pro tip, you want to click your compass, and then it'll redirect you north. Hit your map, and this is exactly north, south, west, and east. Now, greater demons, you're going to run to the east a little, then north, then east again, then north, and boom, you're at the greater demons. There also is another area, and actually a different transportation way to get to Corinth, and that's, I like to go to Edgeville because it's the quickest area to find a fairy ring, at least for me. You want your drama and staff, of course, to use a fairy ring. You need to have completed Fairy Tale Part 1 and at least started far enough into the quest of Fairy Tale Part 2 to be able to use these fairy rings. Once you use these fairy rings, you want to configure it. You want to type in D, J, and R, and you're going to teleport to the Chasm of Fire. Now, when you're at the Chasm of Fire, I don't know, it might be a little bit further to run, or actually probably the same distance than coming to, you know, Drainer Village. But actually, no, never mind. I take that back, because the run to the teleport ring is a lot quicker than teleporting to Port Sarim and then running down to take the boat here. So if you have that ability to use the fairy tale rings, I suggest using this one, and you can run here to the catacombs and do your thing. But if for some reason you don't want to go to the catacombs, there's another area that you can come and get to the greater demons, and that's by traveling northwest here. You want to cross to the other side and enter the chasm through this rope that's here. Once you're at this rope, you're going to find a bunch of lesser demons, and then you want to come here north and enter the lift. Once you enter the lift, it's going to take you down to where the greater demons are. Okay, so here we go. These are the greater demons. So this is another area. You don't get all the benefits of the catacomb, though. I prefer the catacombs. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you like this video and shoot me some suggestions for the next one. Peace!